Hey guys, so as 2010 draws to a close, I thought I'd make my list of the top 10 movies I loved this year. And we're going to start at number 10 with Dinner for Schmucks. Dinner for Schmucks, for those who never got the chance to see it in theaters, is a comedy about a guy played by Paul Rudd who has to bring an idiot to dinner in order to get promoted. Steve Carell plays that idiot. This movie is extremely stupid, but it is absolutely hilarious. There is no one in this movie no character in this movie that is sane. That is sane at all. And that's what makes this movie so funny. It's not going to, be perfect for everyone, but for me it was very, very funny. And number 9, we have Extraordinary Measures. Now this is a movie that very, very few people got the opportunity to see when it was in theaters earlier this year at the beginning of January of 2010. That's based on a true story, and it's quite a remarkable true story. It's about a father named a man named John Crowley who, along with the aid of a brilliant professor named Robert Stonehill, attempt to save Crowley's children who suffer from a rare disease known as Pompeii's disease. Harrison Ford plays Robert Stonehill, and Brendan Fraser plays John Crowley, and it's just a wonderful film about devotion and never giving up on your goals. And number 8, we have Unstoppable. Unstoppable is probably still playing in theaters around here, so if you haven't taken a check it out, it's really good. It's an edge-of-your-seat thrill ride directed by Tony Scott. Stars Denzel Washington and Chris Pine. It's about a runaway train that's carrying 8 cars of toxic liquid that, if it derails, is going to knock out a huge, heavily populated area. Really, really cool movie. It's definitely edge of your seat. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect for everyone, but I really liked it. Now, at number 7, we have a movie that's not getting very good reviews critically, but I absolutely loved it, and that's Tron Legacy. Tron Legacy, I saw it in the 3D. I could have done it without seeing it in 3D, but it was actually. Now, there's a lot of holy shit moments in this movie, and I mean really, really cool, guys running around throwing discs at each other and killing each other, but there's no blood. But also running around using light cycles, it's pretty killer. And the background, I'll mention one because the background is all black, so the characters all run around in these suits with these LED lights, so they really pop. At number 6. A very underrated movie. It's Morning Glory. This is a very, very funny movie with Rachel McAdams and Harrison Ford, who they filmed this for the second time this year, and Diane Keaton. What makes this film good is that it's genuinely funny. It's not forced humor. The humor comes from what happens in the movie. It's not forced. It's very funny. It's about the lowest rated morning news show in the country called Daybreak. It is just absolutely hysterical. Like I said, Rachel McAdams and Harrison Ford and Diane Keaton, an excellent cast. Well, the 2 main news hosts are assholes, but hey, you'll like them anyway. Number 5, movie that's ranked pretty high on everyone's list, and I'm kind of sorry it's so low on my list because it is an excellent movie. I really, really did like this movie. I just like some of the other ones in front of here a lot better. That's Toy Story 3. I'm a fan of the first two Toy Stories. I mean, they're what? They've been up with your Pixar movies, but I'll say that they are some of my favorites. So, but Toy Story 3, I have to say, is the best of the bunch. And it's, I don't even need to describe this one because like everyone's seen it, so I don't describe this one. It's made over $1 billion, by the way, the highest grossing animated movie of all time. So that's pretty cool. That is amazing. Pixar's biggest success. They've really gone out with a bang here. They're not going to make a fourth one. I really hope they don't, because it will just ruin their wonderful success they've had with the third one. And number 4 is another animated movie which also stars Steve Crow, who started my number 10 pick, Dinner for Schmucks, and that's Despicable Me. Despicable Me is absolutely hysterical. It's about a failing supervillain named Gru, voiced by Krill, who adopts 3 orphan girls. It's really a sweet, but very, very funny movie. It's actually a DVD just recently, so definitely check that out. Number 3. Originally, I had this one at number 2, but I kind of changed my mind because I like the number 2 movie a lot better. I'll try to know what that is in a little bit, but is The Social Network, or as some of you know it, the Facebook movie. Obviously, this is just by the name. It's about the man who founded Facebook, but it's more than that. It's a story of friendship, a story of deception, of lies, of greed, of money. It's quite a remarkable film, and Jesse Eisenberg and James Garfield, and not James Garfield, Andrew Garfield, do wonderful jobs portraying the 2 main characters, and Armie Hammer and Josh Pence do a wonderful job playing twins. Now, don't believe the credits where it says Armie Hammer plays both twins, because he doesn't. That Josh Pence got very mad at that. But the screenplay by David Sorkin is... Wait, not Aaron Sorkin is fantastic. David Fincher, maybe it could have been. I mean, it could have been good if anyone had directed, but David Fincher just does a wonderful job with it. I think it could have been if you put. I think the real highlight here is Aaron Sorkin's screenplay and the performances by Eisenberg and Garfield. And number 2, Christopher Nolan's sci-fi epic mystery Inception. Now, Inception, yeah, it's confusing. I'll admit to that. But it's also an amazing movie. Some of the effects they pull off in this are unlike anything we've ever seen before, and it really cements Nolan's place as one of the most visionary directors of our generation. I think he's a real master. I think as long as he keeps making movies like Inception, like The Dark Knight, like The Prestige, which is another one of my favorites, and not a lot of people saw that one, I will definitely see them. At number 1, my pick for the best movie of the year is The King's Speech. I actually just got the opportunity to see this movie on Saturday. Now, there's so much I can say about this movie, and I actually plan to do quite a lengthy review about this movie. So expect that in a couple days. Now, The King's Speech is the story of the man, King Edward VI of England, or Prince Albert of England, the Duke of York. his father, the king, is dying, and his brother David is abdicating the throne to him because he wants to marry a floozy American woman. So Albert has to become the King of England. The problem is he has a stutter. He's a stutterer. So his wife recruits a rather eccentric Australian speech therapist named Lana Logue to help him, to help her husband. And the two form a very unique, the king and Logue, a very interesting friendship that gives the king the strength to lead his country through World War II. Colin Firth and Geoffrey Rush are excellent playing the king and Logue. Helena Bonham Carter does a pretty good job as the queen. It's she doesn't have to play nutjob characters. Timothy Spall and Derek Jacobi have nice cameos. Spall as Winston Churchill and Jacobi as the Archbishop Cosmo Legge. And even though there's only in a couple scenes, Guy Pearce makes quite an impression as David, the king's brother. Definitely check that one out. It is absolutely amazing. The film will definitely win Best Picture, at the Oscars, definitely win Best Picture, Best Director for Tom Hooper, Best Screenplay for David Seidler, Best Actor for Colin Firth, Best Supporting Actor for Geoffrey Rush. And maybe I will admit Helena Bonham Carter was good. I don't think it's Oscar worthy. I think definitely the two people that should definitely win are Firth and Rush, because they are absolutely brilliant. So those are my top 10 of 2010. I hope you found some new movies to check out. If you haven't, check some of the other reviews, and also don't look for the review of The King's Speech, which should be up within the next day or two. Thanks, it's been a great year. See you guys next year.